What is up guys, it's Cal, and in this video we're going to talk about all of the cloud serpents you can tame in WoW as a hunter. So cloud serpent taming was introduced with Shadowlands and it brought a whole slew of familiar faces that we can now tame. So first off, how to get cloud serpent taming? Well, if you're a Pandaren, then you can already tame cloud serpents. There's nothing more you need, it just automatically comes with being a Pandaren. If you aren't, then you need to be exalted with the Order of the Cloud Serpent's reputation on one of your toons. It doesn't have to be your hunter, just one of your characters. This was a reputation from Mists of Pandaria, so if you want to try and get exalted with them, then you can wait till the Mists of Pandaria dungeon week and purchase Cloud Serpent's rep with your time walking coins. But anyways, once you're exalted with the Cloud Serpents on one of your characters, you'll come to the Arboretum in the Jade Forest on that character and talk to San Redscale, who will sell you the book How to School Your Serpent for 50 gold. Purchasing this and learning it will learn Cloud Serpent Taming for every hunter on your account. So once again, you don't need to be exalted on your hunter, just one of your characters to purchase this. Now cloud serpents are part of the serpent family, meaning they are non-exotic, so survival hunters can tame and use them. Since they are serpents, that means they're part of the cunning family tree. Therefore they have the passive ability of pathfinding, which increases your movement speed, and the active ability of Master's Call, which is on a 45-second cooldown and will remove all roots from your pet and whoever you use it on, whether it's you or a friendly target. And then serpents have the ability Serpent Swiftness, which increases their dodge by 30%. Now that all of that's out of the way, let's get to the models of the pets you can tame. Let's start with normal cloud serpents, and this is actually probably the hardest one to tame, so let's get it out of the way. This is the Ivory Cloud Serpent. Now this was a mob that was added in 8.3 as a mount that you could get. I made a video on how to get it as a mount, so make sure to check that out. Well, you can also tame it, but there's one thing you need first, and that is the Nileth's Liver of N'Zoth toy, or at least the quest item version of it. This is gotten by being in war mode and killing 10 players of the opposite faction without dying, and you'll get this item as a quest. You also have to kill those 10 players in the zone, and you cannot leave the zone. Now using it makes you hostile to all friendly NPCs for 1 hour, and make sure to not die with the buff on or leave the zone, because then you'll lose it. This is needed to tame some of the friendly cloud serpents, like the Ivory Cloud Serpent. So the Ivory Cloud Serpents will only spawn during a Malau assault in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. So that's step 1. Then you'll want to come to this roof of the structure on the left side of the zone to wait for it to pat near you, and also go ahead and use your N'Zoth toy. The Ivory Cloud Serpent has about a 2 to 3 hour spawn timer and will pat in a very large circle around the zone. So when it patrols over the roof of the structure you're standing on, use Tame Beast, of course making sure you have an empty pet slot for all of this, and he'll be all yours. So since he's normally friendly, he'll only be tameable if you use that N'Zoth item, which turns his nameplate to yellow for you. Now this is a very sought after mount with not a super short spawn timer, and can only spawn during a couple days of the week, which is the Malau assault, which is going to make this guy not the easiest tame in the world. But if you manage to get him, then congratulations, you tamed the Ivory Cloud Serpent. Next up is a much easier tame, and it is the Crimson Scale Firestorm. These are red cloud serpents that are located all around the Timeless Isle. So just come to this island, which is off the southeastern coast of the Jade Forest, and you'll go to around the northeastern-ish area of the island where you'll see them, and go ahead and tame yourself a Crimson Scale Firestorm. Now this next cloud serpent is a dark cloud serpent, and there's a couple of places where you can tame this. I'm gonna head to Kunlai Summit for mine, around Mount Neverest. The name of this mob is the Wild Onyx Serpent. There's also some that are around the northern isle of Townlong Steppes called Onyx Stormclaws, I think. But anyways, this is a single cloud serpent that flies around the tip of Mount Neverest. It might be a little difficult to grab aggro on it. You just gotta fly in and out of them a bit, but once you get aggro, touch base on the closest area of land on the island so he doesn't start, running away and evading, and then you can tame him. This next cloud serpent is still a blackish color, but has some light blue accents to it. So these are called Onyx War serpents, and will only spawn during a Malau assault in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Just fly to the middle of the Vale during the assault, and you'll see them everywhere. Now we're going to look at the Thundering Cloud Serpent model. So the first one we'll be taming with this model is a Rajani War Serpent. This is another friendly Cloud Serpent that you can only tame if you use the Nihilith Sliver of N'Zoth toy, or the item you get from killing 10 members of the opposing faction without dying in the zone. Now this War Serpent I think will only be here during a N'Zoth assault phase, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. You'll go to the south by Mistfall Village in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, and you'll see the serpents by the Flightmaster. Using your toy makes them attackable to you, therefore you can tame this white Thundering Cloud Serpent model. Next up is the Black Thunder Cloud Serpent model, Huolon. This one might be a little difficult to get since he's on about a 1 hour spawn timer and has a chance to drop a mount, but he's not nearly as painful as the Ivory Cloud Serpent, especially since Huolon can spawn any day of the week. This is a rare that spawns on the Timeless Isle, and you'll want to wait for him by this bridge and broken down structure. Even though you see me chasing after him right here, that's just because I saw him, but he does spawn by that bridge and is one of the few areas around the island where you can reach him from the ground to tame him, since you can't fly on the Timeless Isle yet. I say yet lightly. But anyways, that's Huolon, the Black Thundering Cloud Serpent model. Next up is Nalak, the world boss on the Isle of Thunder. There's a portal to the island in Townlong Steppes. Now Nalak was a frequently killed world boss back in Mist of Pandaria, and he's still frequently killed today since he has a chance to drop a mount. However, his respawn timer is only 15 minutes, making him not terribly difficult to get. Just be aware that he does drop a mount, so you might have someone swoop in as you're trying to tame him and kill him. He is one of the cooler Cloud Serpent models in my opinion, since he's multicolored. The last Thundering Cloud Serpent model is Malau, which is in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Now you actually have to revert the Vale back to the original Mist of Pandaria phase by talking to Zadormi at the top of Magushan Palace. Once you've done that, head over to the Gulai Halls. You go forward, down the route, dodging all of the various traps and whatnot. You'll probably out-level them so they won't hurt you much. Then you'll eventually get to the bottom where Malau is. This is a quest mob, so he doesn't drop a mount or anything, so hopefully he'll be there. Anyways, go ahead and tame it for your red Thundering Cloud Serpent model. Now we just have a couple more left, and these are Heavenly Cloud Serpent. This first one is a Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent model, and there's a few different ones that you can tame. Like there's one that spawns during the first boss of Shadowpan Monastery, that dungeon, but we're actually going to head into the Terrace of Endless Springs raid. This was a raid introduced back in Mist of Pandaria, and it's located in the Veiled Stair, which is that small area to the right of the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Your difficulty in this raid does not matter. You're just going to walk in and kill the first boss, because the second boss, Sulong, is a Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent that you can tame. So once he becomes active, go ahead and tame him for your really cool Cloud Serpent model. Then the final Heavenly Cloud Serpent model and final Cloud Serpent we will be taming might be a little difficult for some. It's a blue model and it's called Raylun. Now make sure you talk to Zadormi again to revert Vale of Eternal Blossoms to its N'Zoth corrupted state, and this is a rare that will only be active during a Magu assault, and you're actually going to go back to the exact spot where Malau spawned. So that's in the Gulai Halls. Straight down to the corridor. The traps will do more damage this time, so just be aware of that. And then this rare might be there. It's on a roughly 1 hour spawn timer and does have a chance to drop a pristine Cloud Serpent scale, which can be traded in for the Heavenly Azure Cloud Serpent mount. It's a fairly sought after mount. Now just be aware that this pet is level 52, so you do have to be at least level 52 before you can tame him, but I'm actually showing you what it looks like in this video instead of taming it, because I actually think I'm going to kill it here in a second to get a chance at the mount. I mean, what can I say? I'm a mount collector first and a pet collector second, so sorry, don't hate me. But anyways guys, that is all of the Cloud Serpent pets that hunters can tame as of making this video. Now I'm going to go ahead and mention this because I know someone is about to type it in the comments. Oh, what about Elegon? Well, yes, Elegon does have an Astral Cloud Serpent model, but he isn't considered a Cloud Serpent by game files. He is actually a Spirit Beast, therefore you do not need the book to train serpents in order to tame him. You do, however, need to be Beast Mastery since he is a Spirit Beast. He's actually the main pet I use when I play Beast Mastery. But anyways guys, that's the entire video on where all of the Cloud Serpent pets are located. If you found this video helpful at all to you, then feel free to leave a like on it. You can sub to the channel for more videos like this, and you can let me know your favorite Cloud Serpent model in the comments below, but I will see you guys in the next video.